If you like a video, do subscribe, like, share and comment. "2020, what a year. It will surely go down in history. The pandemic disrupted normalcy of humankind across the globe. So, standing on the verge of year-end, we decided to edu heartbreaking 2020 and welcome 21 from an altitude of optimism. Hence, on December 24th, early morning, we were back on the road. Freedom, once again above the topsy-turvy urban life. Feels so good to be back on the road. It's been almost 2 months since our last ride to Bengal-Assam border village. Let me share you our travel plan as well. We are heading towards SIKKIM. Our plan is to drive up to an altitude of approximately 13,500 feet to Gnathang Valley. Let's see if we can successfully conclude this whiteout saga. Last few evenings passed by to decide our transit route. Whether we take NH12 to Krishnanagar by Rampur or rather take the SH7 that passes through Burdwan, Khargram and meet NH12 again at Morgram. But finally the latter route was the chosen one. Oh, by the way, this time we are not alone. One of our good friends and his family is accompanying us with their drive. And let me tell you this, that he is another crazy 4x4 lover.
In fact, my love towards 4x4 was multiplied when I met this friend. Calcutta 4x4 lovers are aware of his name and creations. Sushil from Mad Metal. And he is indeed mad about his machines. Getting back to our journey, we flagged off from our homes with a difference of almost 90 minutes, knowing that we will catch up sooner or later. And there he is with his bowl.
We had to take a detour from the highway to avoid the long queue of stranded trucks just ahead of Morgram. But off-roading along the scattered master fields is absolutely fascinating. Though the day went well without major traffic hiccup, but ahead of Raiganj town it was utter turmoil. At this moment, we are really missing our machine on two wheels. Especially seeing the bikers bypassing the traffic through narrow gaps. Whatever starts ends too, so finally we could overcome the crawling traffic and hit the gas enthusiastically. More hours passed by navigating through unfamiliar roads to bypass the infamous Dalkola traffic. Refueling the machine and tummies couldn't be denied as well. Result? Reached Siliguri at around 1 AM. My gosh, 575 km took 18 hours. Dead tired. Time to crash.
For obvious reasons, next morning our eyes opened real late. It was almost 9 AM. Can't help us. Yesterday's drive was too hectic. However, post freshening up and reloading our carriers when we could actually leave behind the clamorous Siliguri traffic, it was almost 1 PM. Man oh man, what a mess.
Today our plan was to drive down to Rongli, bring out the permit for Old Silk Route and continue till Zuluk. But it seems our plan is not gonna work how much we try. The permit office operates till 3 PM only, so no way it's gonna happen. In between, Sushilji encountered a mechanical breakdown in his vehicle, but luckily the problem was recoverable. Moreover, at few places the road was under construction, which is again delaying us further. End result? Rough roading at the Rangpur-Orathang road after sundown. We failed to document the actual scenario of this stretch of no road, but truly it was one heck of a drive, tackling the narrow stretch with clouds of dust all around, wherein even all our lights are failing to pierce through. So we decided to halt for the night at a nearby spot not too far away from Rongli. Today morning we are headed towards the Rongli checkpost to get our permits done and continue climbing the old Silk route towards Zuluk. The spectacular view of the winding road amid dry sunny sky is indeed a delight. We so want to absorb every bit of this wonderful morning at every bend, but shouldn't be late also. It took almost 2.5 hours to bring out the permit. A tedious job it was. But you know, we are really lucky today. Recently in this route, the administration has introduced the odd-even vehicle registration entry. Today it was turned for even numbered vehicles and both our vehicles got even numbers. We are really blessed, it seems.
Landslides at intervals have made this road a wreck. But who cares? That's the confidence this 4x4 provides. 80 tires with higher ground clearance are giving utmost assurance to tackle this kind of rough roads. But one thing I must admit, driving this torquey metal is absolutely different from those that I have so far experienced. Even the too low gear setting is providing enough grunt than I require. The occasional face-to-face encounters with the incoming tippers at cramped stretches is a constant concern. What to say? Part of the game. Hence, no complaints. Respect the mountain rules, she rewards you back with her breathtaking grandeur, but along with the side effects of tossing us around.
But whatever you say, it seems Border Road Organization is determined to pave a better road for tourists. Patches of white asphalt are proving it so. As soon as we crossed Lingtam, the road started losing its width with abundance of greenery on both sides of our way, with my partner having to concentrate more on steering the vehicle due to increase of twists and turns. We could well understand that we are gaining altitude. We slowly started to enter the land of dense clouds that not only began to engulf us but started blurring the surroundings as well. Though it wasn't uncomfortable inside our diesel powerhouse, but at forest checkpoints when we had to get down to validate our permits, I could feel the drastic drop in temperature. It is shivering. The change of climatic condition is being reflected on vegetations as well. Green started losing its vibrance, brown started its dominance. Our GPS shows we are almost near to our end of drive to Zuluk. And here we are. Absolute silence. Pure bliss. Watching the dazzling sunset from the ledge of this stunning mountain village is an obtainment of a day. Gradually, as the sun started losing its warmth, the chill started setting in. A bonfire saved us to survive this freezing wind and sub-zero temperatures. Before we finally decided to rest for the day, our host gave us a wonderful evening to remember with sumptuous delicacies and heart-to-heart conversation. Going to bed with a wish, keeping our fingers crossed. Today morning, we realized how significant sunlight can be, especially in these kind of high altitude terrains. Lives in this region crave for warmth, and we, the lowlanders, crave for the opposite. What irony of life! Basking in the morning sunshine, a hearty breakfast energized us and triggered our innate desire to explore and conquer this high altitude circuit. Though our wish of a whiteout landscape remained unfulfilled, yet Mother Nature's every stage offers her own artistry. And we are thoroughly enjoying every inch of every bend of this road. Nothing could make me more spellbound traversing through such tall mountains, and believe me, now I can't resist to think what makes humankind so arrogant to think ourselves as above everything. Doesn't nature make you humble? Why we don't realize that we are like one speck of a dust in this vast universe?
Though my partner is lost in the heavenly aura of the surrounding landscape, but I could well understand what is called gravitational pull. Climbing the sharp inclined bends with this two-tonner is quite a bit without engaging the four wheels. That too in our first ever self-drive to such an altitude. But that's what we came here for, isn't it? To overcome driving challenges and bringing us out of our comfort zone.
Yes, I do understand the kind of pressure my partner is going through to maneuver this mass of metal. That too, at times driving blindfolded through dense wall of passing clouds. I am truly amazed with my first-hand experience of how fast the mass of clouds are engulfing the entire mountain like a serpentine. It seems the chilling winds from below are spraying dense white cotton wool on our path to awestruck us by some hidden unveil of spectacular panorama. And we were absolutely right. Curtains of cloud began to move out of our way, giving way to brilliant blue skyscape.
A break was already overdue for me. I'm sure Sushilji also wanted one. So we stopped, not only to spread our legs, but also to cherish the surrounding breathtaking view. It was definitely worth coming out in the open, especially after finding us up above the clouds. Speechless, we are absolutely awestruck, as if waves from ocean of clouds are walking with us side by side. The magical panoramic horizon brightened by the morning sun is as splendid as it can be. And up above the curtain of clouds, not so far away, standing the mighty Kanchenjunga, beckoning us with her grandeur. As if the grinning lady of the house asked her watchful guards to ease out to welcome us at her abode.
The road took us further into her very own courtyard where we parked our wheels. There, we kept on cherishing her grace while we lent some fond memories of this beautiful ambience. As we continued towards Gnathang Valley, scattered snowfields greeted us from afar. Though our earnest wish of encountering our whiteout saga isn't fulfilled, yet every landscape represents its own beauty and we are loving every bit of it. We started with two wishes. One is driving through snow and the other was to drive atop 14,000 feet. One accomplished, the other staying due. Once wished, have to be fulfilled. We'll be back for sure. Our first ever high altitude drive is nearing its end, but we ain't sad like most of the time because this circuit threw us different challenges at every point of our journey that we were able to successfully overcome. This is only the end of the beginning. The hands of a clock keep moving, so do our wills. Lot more to witness, lot more to encounter. Stay tuned for more such travel stories.